Is a 1031 exchange really an exchange? Well, sort of yes and sort of no. Remember, a 1031 exchange is where you sell a rental property and buy another rental property according to very specific rules and timetables. So you can defer your capital gains taxes maybe forever. Do you really trade one property for another? No. What you're really doing is trading how much equity you have in the property for equity in another property. Now, what's equity? Equity really is the value of the property less the value of your loans. Is a 1031 exchange really an exchange, or is it something else? Is it a trade? Well, really, a 1031 exchange is the way the government has decided that you can get motivated to keep owning real estate. So let's say that you have a rental property and you want another rental property, or maybe more than one. So the question is it a trade? Are you trading that property for the other property? Absolutely not. In the olden days, maybe when this law was first put on the books, a 1031, or they didn't even call it a 1031 exchange in those days. They called it a trade. But it was one guy's farm for another guy's farm. And we don't do that anymore because it's too complicated. Plus, this guy may not want your property and you may not want his property. So it's not a trade. A 1031 exchange actually allows you to sell one rental property and buy a rental property with definite rules and timetables so that you can defer any taxes that you might have in the buildup of your value of your property. The reason that you might want to do that is so that you can have more money to buy your next property. But there's very specific rules. Okay, you're gonna sell your rental property, but you cannot have the money in your pocket, can't have it in your bank account. You actually sell the property and send the money, your escrow or your closing officer sends the money to a qualified intermediary. A qualified intermediary, sometimes called as an accommodator, is usually a corporation that holds your money. And then you go off to buy another rental property, or maybe more than one, but you choose it. Guess who supplies the money? Your qualified intermediary who's holding your money from the last sale. So, did you trade properties? Yeah, sort of. But you didn't trade it backwards and forwards. They didn't buy your property and you buy theirs. You have other choices. So you bought a second property, you moved all the money you had from the first property into the second property, and you closed on the second property within definite rules and timetables. And you get to defer your capital gains taxes maybe forever. If we haven't met, my name is Maxine Golden. I'm your 1031 exchange lady. I started this channel for small investors like you to save money on your taxes when you sell one property and buy another one. If you'd like to save money on your taxes, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.